Konnichiwa, Minagawa, it's Miyaga Katsueki, a furry Vtuber and Vtuber representative, in Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, the chapter 0, which promises to be a very strange chapter, even in terms of Danganronpa. But without further ado, let's get into it. As this is probably going to be a long one today, folks. So no pomp and circumstance. Let's just go. Let's end. So bring it all in. Heading to the school trip, Chapter 0. I'm very comforted by this creaky noise. It would be wrong to say it was swaying from side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in, it was shaking from side to side. I'm not sure who's talking. The shaking was quite irregular. Just when you thought it was a series of small shakes, it would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I have to steady myself with my foot, as opposed to my dick. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me, it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun, so I was feeling rather excited. But I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. What the hell is happening right now? That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who is loved by talent, detecting regularities among irregularities won't be that difficult. Ah, how boring. Oh, it's your boy. It's your boy. Do you like ships? On the other side of the dark room, I've heard a voice. It was clearly directed at me. Haha, you looked like you were having fun, so that's what I assumed. Burger King Foot Lettuce. You do like ships, right? Ships? Ah, that's right. That's it. So this is a ship. Haha, you just realized that now? Is it really that funny? Hey, if you want, care to talk a little? I mean, we are talking right now, but I will ask you anyway. The silence was starting to bore me. It's never that silence is actually quite noisy. Instantly, I saw his true character. The overfamiliar attitude, the friendly smile, but under that thin skin, I could detect a foul, offensive odor, like someone that hadn't showered in several days, like some kind of putrid slime. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who are already finished. Finished with... Nice to meet you. I'm Nagito Komaeda. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me, so to share a room with a person like that. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. Lucky? Ah, so that's your talent then. So I'm someone that has or is attending Host Peak Academy, if I'm asking that question, or if I'm saying that. What a boring talent. A boring talent, huh? So that's exactly what it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly, that's because I have luck as well. Huh? Even I possess a talent as boring as luck. Oh, this is me talking. Possess, huh? I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hoaxpeak Academy too, right? So you're one of us? Ah, but that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? How boring. Ah, sorry. I'm often told I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you. This world. Huh? This world is full of boring people. people who lack talent stick together and oppress those who do possess talent. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They are profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level. And because of these bastards, this world has come to a deadlock. I can't quite place it, but this ideology is reminding me of someone. This world has stopped evolving. This is bugging me now. Who does this remind me of? It's not. It's kind of similar to Ultron. Specifically the Ultron from the Marvel movie, not from the comics. But it's not Ultron, it's not who I'm thinking of. How boring. Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. Ah, perhaps. Does that have anything to do with the reason you're here? Boring people make no contributions to the world, not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. What, like ethnic cleansing? Looks like they had high expectations for you, huh? That's completely different from me. But, what are you planning to do? Now that you ended up like this, there's nothing you can do, right? Listen well, using people as a talent too. It is now my turn to use that person, just as they used me in the past. That person? Are you talking about ultimate despair? Hi, Eckstein. Oh my god. Are you talking about Junko? But how? Or is it, Mukuro Ikusaba, Junko's sister? I have it with me. The contribution that person left to me, even now, it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. It's weird having Nagito be the person that's uneasy in this situation. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you. Oh. It's Mikan! Wait. Is Nagito Mikan? Those bandages! They're Mikan's bandages, right? What is going on here? But wait. Mikan didn't have nails, though. Mikan didn't have nails, no. But those are her bandages, right? Oh my god, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Okay, then will I be able to see her again? Will I be able to see the person I hate with every fiber of my being again? Or wait. But Mukuro had those bandages. No, had those fingernails, didn't she? The charred corpse. After she got blown up. Oh my god, what is happening right now? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? The person I hate so much? hate? Then explain your hand. Ah, this? The end of that bandage is a woman's hand, right? Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. I mean, it looks like you're able to move it. You are leaning up against the wall, but even now, it still hasn't rotted. Hey, maybe that means it's becoming one with me. Isn't it amazing? I have successfully become one with ultimate despair, my sworn enemy. Did you... I see. So you salvaged a body. You really are a boring person. I don't know if boring is the way I would describe that. There are many things I could use to describe it. Sick, twisted, disturbed, ooh, wah, but not boring. I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know. That's why I cut off her hand and sewed it onto mine. That's because she's my sworn enemy. Because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power. And for that, Wait, huh? Do I hate her? Huh? That's strange. Huh? Ha 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 ha. Ah, look out the window. We're finally here. I'm going to change the subject. You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's going to happen on that island once we get there. Probably something boring. What's going to happen? I can already predict what will happen. Huh? I already know because I am loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I would not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Did you though? Did you get along? Hey, can I see you again? Because this whole time it feels like you were just talking past each other. There was no real conversation happening. It's just that Nagito was saying his ideology and this dude was saying his own ideology, and never the twain shall meet. It's that kind of thing going on. And also this creaking sound effect is really getting on my nerves. There is no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? Oh. Okay. Okay, that's the end of the stream. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Oh my god, okay, Huh? What is this? It's the hallway where we entered it from the first chapter. It's a door. There's a door. Is it a door? It's a door. Are you sure it's a door? That seems to be a door. Huh, a door? Why is a door here? Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go, Cotton Eye Joe? Towards the door, I guess? A violin. Is that a placeholder? A clock without a hand. Huh? Isn't this classroom? Even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? I went inside the ancient ruin with everyone else. And I remember the place that looked like a trial ground, but then why? It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. It's just like before, when we were all gathered in that classroom, just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island?
Testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system.
This is how he appeared in the first game.
Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then.
Welcome to Hope Speak Academy, you guys. At this point, I shall explain the graduation exam to you all. So please assemble at the gymnasium immediately.
Please do not adjust your television screens. Huh? Did he say what I think he just said? Yeah, he definitely said it. He said, "Welcome to Hope Speak Academy." But why would this place be Hope Speak Academy? Because it is. Not just that. What is the graduation exam? Isn't the killing over already? The windows are bolted. What is this? In a normal classroom, there'd be a window, but instead, there's this iron plate bolted here. I tried knocking on it with my fist. It made a sound. Looks like it's pretty thick iron plate. Is this to keep us trapped? What the heck? This place is where iron plates are covering the windows instead of inside the classrooms. Is it really Hope Speak Academy? Leave here? Oh. Oh no. Even the hallway doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. Nisa doesn't look like a normal school at all. It's definitely a lie. There's no way this place is Hope Speak Academy. Is this creepy place the Hope Speak Academy that I've admired for so long? It's probably a building that Monokuma made to startle us, just like the funhouse. That's right, that's definitely it. Monokuma said to come to the gymnasium, right? Then I'll go and definitely clear things up. Oh no, I still have my pet. Can I give her a present? I'll give her some jerky. She loves the jerky. Her hope increased. Alright, a little normalcy here. Spare hotel. That leads to the lunchroom, or it's like the dormitory and the lunchroom from the first game. This is where the class trials happened. I see you. AV room. That's where Junko did her thing, right? The store. Can't buy anything. I have some mono coins, I think. I cannot use them. The nurse's office. Okay. Oh. Here's the gym. Oh, he did say to go to the gym, didn't he? The gymnasium is here, right? Alright, I'm going inside. Something might be waiting, but I'm not going to cower away anymore. And so I brace myself and cautiously open the door. And then the world melted away. Chapter 6. Oh, this is the end. Goodbye, Academy of Despair. So we really are in chapter 6. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of that door. It was a normal gymnasium. Huh.
Damn right.
Yo, Hajime.
Yo.
You heard the announcement and came here too. You guys did too, right? Yes, that's why they're
What's
here.
going on?
Hey, what do you make of all this, man? Monokuma said this place was Host Peak Academy or something. That cannot be possible.
Well, yeah.
You're right. Any way you look at it, it's impossible. Hello! How does it feel to return to long-awaited Host Peak Academy?
Why, you?
Ugh.
You.
Hey, where are we? Where'd you lock us up this time?
That's...
What a shock! I just told you guys this is Host Peak Academy!
Of course not.
There's no way in hell that's true.
No, no.
Oh, but it is! I mean, this is definitely Host Peak Academy. Well, what's left of it anyway? What's left of it? Didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Host Peak Academy fell to ruin.
Lies.
You were serious about that?
Stupid fool.
I don't believe it. But of course it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that they deserve to be ruined for. What do you mean?
I don't like this.
Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all the shows that bring you to Host Peak Academy, and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic.
Fine, fine.
Oh well, it's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now. Someone?
Fuck with me.
Enough with this bullshit. Let's spit it out already. I'm with Fuyuhiko. Can we stop with the cloak and dagger and just get to it?
You.
Where'd you take us, you bastard? Though I am not certain of my memories, I believe we entered the ancient ruin in.
In other words...
It means I made this Host Peak Academy between the door to the ruin and the inside of the ruin. What do you mean between?
Hey, hey, hey.
What do you mean made?
What's this?
Oh my! Are your minds getting the grumbles that only knowledge can satisfy? Good, very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment. Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
No way!
It's something to be so conscious of. It's something to be so conscious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam.
Huh?
Then what is the graduation exam?
Hey,
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy you're finally going to graduate.
are you sure about this?
But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world.
So...
That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. Huh? We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we stay here.
That's right.
This is just annoying. Let's hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
No, no, no.
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. Wait, what? Main cast?
Hey,
Meaning, you guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives. So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. What do you mean? I've dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Host Peak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but all the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is gonna hate me. So please, rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip. And as usual, after leaving us with cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even as the setting had changed, even as the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual. What is going on? Outside world? Main cast? Somehow, I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey, hey!
Like, he kept insisting that this place is Hope Peak Academy. But that's impossible, right?
What are you saying?
How would we make it back to Hope Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? It's impossible.
It cannot be.
There is no place for Hope Peak Academy to There is no place for Hope Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island. I said I wanted to go back, but I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on this island. This building is Hope Peak Academy? Sorry. I just suddenly decided to eat some noodles. You know what the best thing is? The best thing to eat before a before a long stream where you have to do a lot of talking. Cheese. Cheese is by far the best thing you can possibly eat. It just makes you all phlegmy and mucusy, so you constantly cannot say what's in your throat. Professional VTuber Miyagawa Katsueki. What in the world is going on? Or maybe if you stop talking in circles, we'll be able to find out. Damn it, why is this happening? Why? I was finally able to attend Hope Peak Academy. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, I wanted to become Hope? If that's what you're thinking, just stop it. Listen carefully. The only humans worthy of becoming Hope possess amazing talents and a strong will. And the moment you're born into this world, you either have that or you don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by your admiration for Hope Peak Academy that you couldn't even see that? Gah. You just somebody from the reserve course who never had a talent to begin with. A nobody who forgot he was a nobody, that's all. If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why do I have to go through something like this? Hajime, did something happen? Huh?
Hey, bastard!
Now's the time to zone out. Sorry, it's nothing. I don't really get it, but is that all?
I'm gonna do it!
As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved. Is that what it means?
Hey!
Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right? If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation?
Jeez.
Even though Chiaki and Monami are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
You serious?
So they're not World Ender? Then we really were tripped by Monokuma.
However...
The Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monami never once denied that.
Damn it.
If there are allies, they might not just be allies. Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate the situation on our own. Chiaki said she could not betray the Future Foundation, but if she was still alive, she definitely would have helped us. Not even her just being with us would have been a big help. So what should we do?
Damn it.
Well, that's obvious. If we're gonna get out of here safely, we have to do that graduation exam, right?
So annoying.
Graduation, huh? I'm not really good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than people dying.
Jeez.
Monokuma said something about a field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we have been?
All right!
I'm gonna do it!
Prepare yourself.
Like...
Yeah, we might be able to learn about something about Host Peak Academy, about ourselves. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we can just get back to our normal lives, I'm fine. Hey, we can go home when this is over, right? We can finally get off this damn island, right? If that's the case, let's all leave this island alive by any means.
Of course.
Hell yes! He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is, what's happened to Host Peak Academy? None of that matters. Nothing else matters. What's important is we need to leave this island with our lives. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now, but Monokuma should already know that that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. We should already know that we never choose to stay on this island.
Hey, hey.
What are we gonna do? Can we start already? I know, Akane! Can we just start already? Like, I know, okay. Like, I get it. It's mysterious, we don't know what's going on. But we don't need to have, like, a half an hour opening segment to tell us how weird everything is and how confused we are. Let's just get to the investigation so we can start unraveling the mystery. Let's just get past all of that opening bullshit and just get to the investigation. We know it's mysterious. We know it's strange and weird and confusing. Let's just get to the part where we start figuring out what's going on, alright? That's the frustrating part. But what are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird-ass building? Even so, I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside this damn building. Well, I'll just go on ahead for now.
Whoa!
Hey, you already going?
Jeez.
What is that idiot thinking, running ahead without being cautious?
Man.
She obviously isn't thinking about anything.
However,
It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives.
all right.
So we should just do our best as well. Like they say, it is not scary if everyone stops at a green light. If we stop at the green light, we never reach our goal.
Jeez, you're pathetic.
Connie already took off on her own. It must be fast if we split up and look around too. Like Sonya said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Then let's get this over with and go home.
Later.
I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later. Let's be before this vehicle left the gymnasium.
Excuse me.
I shall do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, Tsureshimasu. Sonya took a deep bow, then left the gymnasium.
Oh my.
Miss Sonya,
Miss Sonia.
please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I'm left alone. Kazuichi chased after Sonya, who had just departed and left the gymnasium. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more. Just a bit more is going to end. I can skip this nightmare and return to my usual peaceful everyday life. The only thing we can do is to advance toward that hope. That ultimate hope that can triumph over even the deepest despair. Even though I don't understand and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening. For the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Investigate. Hold on, I need a towel. I'm gonna get myself a towel. not for what you're thinking. My glass of fluids was just very drippy. I need something to soak up the drip. Soak up the drip sounds like a new age punk band. Huh? That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. I'm not gonna fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. This is quite the trap. This hallway, there's a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
I am concerned.
Is it just me? Oh, invisible walls. Very gamey. Guessing. Oh, the biolab. So where can I actually go? Oh, the dojo. Is this a dojo? That's what the sign said. It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. A history of Hope's Academy, manga for morons. This is a manga. The title is. Why is a manga with such a suspicious-looking title laying out in the open like this? Let's start with history class first.
Hey,
Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person. Is that the Doge? The Doge? Epic Doge? Kinda looks like it, to be honest. So just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. No, it's a cat. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I could do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. So wow, so epic. I took the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Academy, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Academy. Hope's Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. But to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Academy's teachers, who serve as both editors and student researchers of talent. Hope's Academy isn't just a school for talent, it's also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department discussed for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hope's Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Academy. Whole Speed Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Wow, how anticlimactic. Huh? The ending was so sudden, like a manga that suddenly canceled in the middle of its run. Too real. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga. The tragedy of Whole Speed Academy. These names are so melodramatic. There's no way these incidents really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The reserve department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those reserve corps students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird. Oh, you're here again. Ah, the thing that's weird is you, of course.
Hey!
Why did you forget that you were part of the reserve department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So, I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that, too. What do you want me to say? Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of those reserve corps students.
I got it!
Or, you willingly sealed those memories yourself. Huh? You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It happens often enough, not that I know anything about that though. Are you saying it's my fault that I forgot? That's not it.
Come on!
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a reserve corps student. Damn it! What the heck? The target seems pretty far away. If the production team had more time, there could have been a mini game here. Okay, why are you getting meta on me? Wait, what am I saying? There's armor and a helmet. The Mac developers designed this to reflect the Japanese dojo? The Mac designers? It's a straw post. Guess that means it was used for training. There's a bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them has a traditional looking wood block key sticking out of them. I guess they're just for show. Nothing in particular looks like a clue. Oh, I didn't investigate the cherry blossom tree. The cherry tree is proudly displaying its full blossoms. The fallen petals add to the elegance of the scene. If Yoko and Pekka were here, it would have looked truly picturesque. But if it's as well, I would definitely go home. Let's see. That's a dead end. Yo!
What's going on?
This hallway, it's kind of creepy. I can't go to places that I should be able to go to, and there's some rule being enforced for no reason. It's like there's an invisible wall or something. Now can I go... The Tragedy of Whole Speed Academy. This one is... Wasn't the Tragedy of Whole Speed Academy mentioned in that other manga too? Yes. That's why Whole Speed Academy went bankrupt. It was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. When I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about the incident? I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages, see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Whole Speed Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is... As the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy occurred at Hope Speak Academy. Where else would it have happened? The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamakura. Izuru Kamakura. Izuru Kamakura. I don't... Who was that? I don't remember that name at all. Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope Speak Academy used all the resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. But that was Makoto. Makoto Naegi, that's who the ultimate hope was. Chotto matte kudasai. To protect such a rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. That's why he wasn't in the first game. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who was known as a symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope Speak Academy's Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and conceal the incident as though it never happened. Hold on, I need to check on something. Chotto matte kudasai. Chotto. I'm stopping in the middle of this epic, this very important scene. Barely any change. Barely any change. Okay. Nothing important. Alright. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. The student uncovered what the Academy did by making that knowledge public. It stoked the fires of Reserve Corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated, and the uprising began. And that heralded Hope Speak Academy's destruction. That is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy. Eventually, the incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Works cited Danganronpa 0. The heavy sigh closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope Speak Academy. What irony! For a genius knows the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice for the bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're so incompetent. Yeah, man, he always has to lead up to something offensive. This seriously pisses me off. The ultimate hope. Nagito mentioned that before, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope. But for Izu, hope simply means talent. Importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here said the reserve corps students in the reserve department began uprising. What about me? Was I a participant too? No, it's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. Anyway, I learned about the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was that? Now, who's this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Who is that? Is it Kyoko? This incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. Mysteries keep piling up. Oh boy, we need to clean. A little bit of despair. That's a little despair. and give her a used carrot. She loved it. She loved the used carrot. Give her a little more hope. A little more hope. I'm scared, so I'm going to save. Map doesn't work. So where can I go? Oh, I can go into Biolab now. Raw. What happened here in the Biolab? Oh, this is where all the bodies were stored. This was the morgue. What the hell is this? What this woman's freaking cold in here? It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stay still, I might end up freezing to death. Hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already. It's like a plastic card. Why is this left out like this? Think about yourselves, will you? It's a refrigerator for preserving dead bodies. I think this is what it looks like, but that's not possible, right? Keeping dead bodies in a high school biolab isn't something you should joke about. This feels so forced. This idea could have been canceled during development or something. What am I thinking? Okay. Oh boy. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. From here on out, I'm just gonna call the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, like, the very bad thing. Because the other is very difficult to say. I'm just gonna call it the very bad thing. It's basically the same energy they use for that naming. The very bad thing, huh? Is what was that incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. Flip to the pages of the manga and I hope that I was right. This is Junji Ito, motherfucker. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the very bad thing. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising of the Bizarro course's students that triggered the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the moment was not confined to the internet, began spreading and eroding in the real world. Where the movement started was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. But then it was too late. The comet was already here. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak. The weak killed the weakest among them. Excuse me. And soon the weak formed factions that brutally murdered the strong. And the violence and death continued to spread. The shock of their actions began to disappear, as if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times, when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what had happened, it was too late to stop what had happened. It's just like the French Revolution. A feeling of immense despair began spreading the terror. The immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etat began occurring around the world. A war raged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. Because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization, devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope Peak Academy. A group called Ultimate Despair, so Junko and Mukuro Ikusaba. Junko Inoshima and Mukuro Ikusaba. Instead of using Hope Peak Academy's silence for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of mankind's despair. have you played this game or is this a replay? This is my first playthrough. As you can see from the scrolling text at the beginning of the screen, at the top of the screen, this is my first time playing this game. So no spoilers, please. No theories. Don't, just don't. Okay, thank you, but thank you. I see you're here for the first time. Welcome in. I'm happy to have your support. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the very bad thing. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest. My body felt ice cold. Ice, baby. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, the very bad thing, this is definitely all made up. I mean, if this is really true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What's happened to them?
No way!
Hey! Are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this?
What?
Oh my, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough! What is this messed up manga? I thought you obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you not to remember that, such despair! That's the Future Foundation's fault, though, thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened, and I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible.
What are you saying?
How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real. Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. Let's see. So that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning. Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. Oh, the mucus. On the one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world, or stay on this island, or leave it. He's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world, so we want to stay on this island. Now, there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps, no, that's definitely it. Whether it's not this incident really happened, what in the world is this ultimate despair group? They devoted to a certain student who guided Hope Speak Academy to its destruction. Are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy? Plus, the organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as ultimate despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they were really able to do it, I guess that's why they were called Ultimates. And if the killings were involved and connected to them as well? It's no use! I'm going to freeze to death. I'm at my limit, I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. It was close, I nearly froze to death. Where should I go next? Probably to a door that isn't grayed out. Oh, 5B is open. Despair! Or Pespair. I could say despair, I could say Pespair. I should just ignore it. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see him. You know, when I went inside this room, that bastard bear was suddenly here. Keeps glaring at me. Wonder why. It's gonna be shitty either way.
Damn right.
So I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot. I don't want to do that either. I really don't want to.
Hiya.
Oh man. Our voice is gonna be red by the time this is over. Okay. Why, hello, Hajime. Hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right? What are you doing here?
No.
Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? Should've known that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place. A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots. I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up. Oh, I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up. What do you need to tell me? It's about that key piece of information that you've been waiting so long for.
What?
Surprise! It's about ultimate despair. Huh? Ahem! Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days,
Actually,
it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive. A high school girl?
yes, indeed.
A high school girl? Lady Junko Inoshima! Junko Inoshima?
Hey,
As the former ultimate despair, she created despair burning with charm and humor, and created the ultimate despairs. There was one really horrible person in that group.
Don't fuck with me.
Hold on a sec. I don't know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl.
unbelievable.
Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trick shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it. He has a point.
Hey,
That holds true for Lady Junko-sama. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power. Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place. So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat? Then what was their purpose? What?
You.
Like I said, what did they call? Why did they cause that incident? Jesus fuck, I can't talk. It doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way to do what they did without any purpose.
hey,
It was Junko Inoshima's despair. Huh? For Junko Inoshima, despair isn't about purpose, it's about principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Inoshima as Junko Inoshima. What are you saying? I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Inoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving, for her, everything is despair. What the hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled the despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. So it wasn't just Mukuro Ikusawa? There were other people? Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so the ultimate despairs who have been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko Inoshima, like believers making offerings to their gods. Like a mother providing food to their children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko Inoshima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends, and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation, and to hopelessly top it off, They completely believed it was something that they had to do. There's no way something that crazy is possible. Do you know about the final days of the reserve course students during the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy? Final days?
In other words,
my fingers are falling asleep. Junko has the power to change people's values. That's also true of famous people throughout history. Hey, what do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department?
of course.
They fulfilled their roles, disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so, the 2,357 students of the reserve department all committed mass suicide! Wow, that took a turn. Mass suicide?
What'd you say?
Oh, 2,357 students? Oops! It wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. One person was excluded. Huh? Is that me? I don't believe it. There's no way. Ultimate despair. Junko no Shima. It doesn't scare me at all, I mean.
Bastard!
Junko no Shima is already dead. Huh? Wait, Fuyuhiko? You know all about this? I mean, Fuyuhiko. Hey, Fuyuhiko, is it true what you said? Junko no Shima is already dead? What? You didn't see? There was a book called Manga for Morons, Killing School Life in that bloody classroom. A bloody classroom? No, wait. What was that you said about the Killing School Life? Like the killings we were involved in, they were killings that happened at Hope Speak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was. The Killing School Life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey,
For a manga about the Killing School Life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed Killing School Life was Junko no Shima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko no Shima is dead.
like,
It turns out that the Killing School Life was part of that whole very bad thing, incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope Speak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students. She took away their memories just like us. Apparently the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing? The students of Hope Speak Academy are widely known as symbols of hope, and forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival. They were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up. But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko no Shima failed. Junko lost as soon as she placed in her trap. After being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. Then Junko is no more. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter.
bastard!
Junko no Shima isn't alive anymore. Then, who is our enemy? Who is our enemy indeed? Hold on. Who is our enemy? Okay, I'll save that one. I'll save that one for later. I'll save that one for the break. If Junko no Shima is already dead, are the rest of the ultimate despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings were involved in resemble the Killing School Life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but an imitation is just an imitation. It's just that, an imitation.
No shit.
If the students from Hope Speak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if this is really an imitation, Are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting this somewhere? Just like the surveillance cameras during the Killing School life? Isn't it weird how we never went back to that that island house? Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? What, do you have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it.
What are you gonna do?
Oh well, I'll just raise the flag. What do you mean, raise the flag? What's going to happen if you do that?
How exciting.
One step at a time. You're getting closer to clearing my character route. You're not making sense again. Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside. I'll raise them flags like crazy. Okay, does that mean we can go everywhere? Oh, huh? It changed to a different hallway again. So sudden. What's going on to make something like this happen? No, I've already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right, there's no time to be surprised by something like this. It really isn't. Kind of switching her nose like a beast and examining her surroundings. Hey, what happened?
Based on my gut feeling.
Well, you know, it's just my gut, but I feel like someone's getting closer. Huh? What do you mean, who? I don't know, it's just my gut after all.
That's just my gut.
Still, her gut is pretty impressive. For some reason, it's strangely intuitive. Monokuma did say something about the main cast coming. Surprising, but her gut must be correct.